All right, we're gonna play Guess Where I Am, but I don't think you'll ever get it. I am in Huntingburg, Indiana at Altstadt Acres. I just met Aaron. He is the, I'm guessing, designer,
Yes.
builder, and probably the owner of the property and everything like that?
No, parents own it.
Okay, cool.
Like,
All right, so
much.
that's pretty cool. So that's very similar to RYDER Ridge back home for me. Well, I was just scrolling through UDisc. I'm here with my girlfriend Courtlynn. She lives in town here. And I decided to hit up UDisc and see what the local courses looked like. And I saw a course that said it's the hardest 90-foot hole in the world. So we're gonna see what that's all about. But I'm gonna do a little, I got this ratings weird thing. Today's ratings update day, and I wanna talk about that a little bit later on in the video, but stay tuned for that. But now, I'm just gonna probably film some of the cooler shots. Maybe if I do something really crazy, we'll film it. But thanks to Aaron for filming my throws. We've already got some good wildlife encounters out here. Is that a hawk?
Yes.
We get that all the time in my house.
Here.
Wow.
Which is awesome.
Warming up the putts. Hole one. Always good to start with a tap-in bird. Because of Mach 2s, that's another basket that'll teach you how to putt. Okay, I know we weren't filming these, but I did just tap in a filthy hyzer flip right down the chute with the D-Line MD, and Aaron just cashed like an 80-footer, and we're tied, right? 2 through 2.
Yep.
All right, this is the first real bomber, probably the longest hole in the course, right?
Yes.
500-footer. We have to go Mando right of this tree, and this is the only reason I brought a distance driver. And this is a par 3?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to get this to stay on track. Too much hyzer. But I can maybe make a long putt. I'm gonna ask Aaron a couple things because I admire his creation, because it reminds me of what I built myself, and I can see myself relating to a lot of things he's done. But when did you build this? Like, what was the first round you ever played on this course?
First round was basically the COVID year, 2020.
Yep.
They started closing all of our local courses at Patoka Lake and Niehaus Park, and we weren't really big fans of that, so we built our own.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
I started with my local league, had like a glow golf series, and we liked it, but we didn't love it. And I was like, I think I could do something better than this at my house. And we gall our baskets together as a friend group, and I designed a little layout. Started as 9 holes, eventually evolved into 13 and 18, whatever. But
Nice.
Now it's just nice to build something from the ground up yourself.
Yeah, we do a lot of glow rounds out here too.
Glow is the best.
It's like so pitch black dark out here. It's awesome.
Glow disc golf is my favorite disc golf. If anybody out there has never tried it, you have to. This is a big putt here, MD.
Just low.
Well, that was hole 3. We are now on hole 4, which is the one I just mentioned to you as the hardest 90-foot hole in the world. I mean, at least it has to be, because we've got all these trees to contend with. I'm like halfway down the fairway. This is the basket, but then each side of the basket has a drop off to a creek. And of course, we're gonna try and ace it. So it might be time for tilt.
Wow. Dang, I thought I was getting hit.
Looking for a hyzer gap. He hit the gap, and it's parked for par. Oh. Well, that was hole 4, which is very, very difficult. I just sat there and threw as many times as I could, and I'm sure you saw some of my attempts. I didn't quite get the ace, but we did hit some metal, so something to be proud of. But we're on to hole 5, and this one's a nice double Mando straight through the trees. So I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this, but today, as probably most of you don't know because this is going to be a random day, but today was a ratings update for the month of July 2022. I'm proud to say I am at my career high of 10:24. And a quick congrats to your boy Simon. He is back in the 10:40 club. And that's no joke. That's not a fluke. It's not luck. And I love it. But anyway, I'd just like to talk a little bit about how I just jumped 2 points. And this is the first time this year that I have gone above 10:22. Because for I think 5 of the last 7 ratings updates since October, I have been 10:22. And I dropped to 10:21 for a couple months, but man, it is not fun when you feel like you're better than ever, but that number on the PDGA website just doesn't show it. And it's weird because I just went to Idlewild and played pretty similarly to how I did last year as far as the placement on the scoreboard at the end. But somehow I threw like some of the best shots I've ever thrown in a tournament in my entire life, and I had a great time the entire time. But yeah, I still managed to miss cash by multiple strokes. But I don't care because I played with some awesome cards every single round all weekend. And I got to hang out with my friends all weekend. And we got to have some good crowds out there cheering us on. And it's just another solid week on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. But man, it's weird. I mean, everybody always talks about the ratings. Why do ratings even happen? Or ratings don't matter. Ratings suck. I hate my rating. Some people wear their rating like a tattoo. It's different depending on whoever you get. And I always cared until I got sponsored, but now it's just kind of like an extra thing because I felt like a sponsor would just go straight to my PDJ, and that's the first thing I'd look at. But now it's like, whatever. It's just for fun, kind of. But I don't know. The way I'm feeling this season, I'm so happy to just play, and it doesn't matter what I'm shooting. I don't even look at what my rounds are rated anymore when I get off the course because it doesn't actually affect how happy I am with how I played. And that's just something that I'm proud to say I'm developing, and it's probably the healthiest mindset that you could be going into a grind of a Disc Golf Pro Tour season like we are right now. And I'm just very happy to be where I'm at. And now I've got a birdie putt to make after my rant. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and can relate, maybe. Proves that I don't actually suck. Always prove yourself wrong. Look at this place. I mean, especially with the golf green in the middle for chipping down the hill. Say it looks like home to me. Just going with the Pro Flick. Wow, that's the basket right there. What'd you throw?
That was a harp.
Harp, nice.
Keep the height. Keep the height. Oh. Yeah.
All right, that is the front 9. Well, we're finishing up hole 9 right now. But I just wanted to keep talking a little more about my funny thing with the rating and how it feels like I haven't gotten any better. But even though I know I have. Well, it's a weird thing this year because last year was my first full year on tour. So I played most of the Elite Series events. This year I'm gonna play more because I'm gonna play every single one. But last year I played almost every single one. And up until this point in the season, my 2021 season and my 2022 season, I missed and made cash at every single tournament the exact same. Not the same placement or same dollar amount, but last year and this year, I missed cash at Waco by 1 stroke. Last year and this year, I missed cash at OTB in Portland back to back. It's a very strange thing going on right now. And it's kind of hard to perceive because, like I said, I truly do feel like I'm the best I've ever been. And I know that the field is getting better and it's harder and harder every year to continue to keep up with the pace of the way that the Pro Tour is shaping out. But I can't do anything but laugh because I'm not doing anything on purpose. But I had some good finishes this year at like Texas State's and Jonesboro. Well, guess where else I had some good finishes last year? Texas State's and Jonesboro. And I got 20th at the Preserve, and I got like 17th at the Preserve last year. I want to say that at this point in my season, I played decent at Ledgestone last year. So after Ledgestone, that's when I'm going to break the trend. and I'm gonna start to really pick it up and play better at the events I didn't play good at last year, because I'm sick of it. And I don't want to be 2021 Casey. I want to keep being 2022 Casey. And we're just getting started. But for now, we're doing my favorite thing, which is playing a backyard course, basically throwing nothing but putters and mids. It doesn't get better than that. And that is the true way to challenge yourself as a disc golf pro tour, I don't know, regular. I would call myself, I'm a pro tour regular, because all we do really is throw distance drivers. And Idlewild is a great changeup, so that's not a very good example. But man, is it just nice to throw putters and mids. Oh, Aaron for 2. That was a good ace run and a good putt. I would like to believe that this has to be a pretty cool signature shot. Little wood pile, little ace run basket. And the course pro stepping up and delivering with a tester for birdie. Woo! Almost smoked the cage. This is the Midwest play. Trees in the middle of the fairway, throw a big hyzer. And putting. That was cool. Here's a better view as we walk onto, what is this, 13's green? Yeah. Of the golf flag out in the middle. My stepdad would be very pleased. Oh, I got that one on film.
Here we go.
All right, P3X. Selfie cam, bag on. You know what it is. It's a wide right airmail. Keep it light. All right, it's hot out here, so I'm just gonna sit here, talk a little bit about my tilt, because this weekend at Idlewild, I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post, but I was practicing hole 12, which is one of the harder par 4s in the course, and I just couldn't hit the gap. I was trying MD3, MD5, whatever, it just wasn't working. And then it clicked one day after the GK Pro Skins match. I said, you know what? The shot is an upside down tilt. And I went out on Thursday and I only played hole 12. I played it 4 times around, and I threw FD3 off the tee and tilt upside down upshot. And I put about half of them in the circle. So then in the tournament I was planning on doing it, but I never was in position until the final round. And if you haven't seen it yet, you should check it out. I might actually, maybe I'll include it in this video. But I threw a park jaw birdie with an upside down tilt. And I'd like to give a shout out to Al Kennan. He's Team Discmania. He gave me this proto European store tilt, and it is super fun to throw. And everybody knows me for the tilt, and I'm gonna hopefully keep that legacy going. And this next hole, I'm just for fun, just gonna rip an upside down tilt and maybe do a little demonstration. Just to clarify, this is a Neo tilt. And now Aaron and I were just talking about the Exo Hards came out much flatter than the Neos, which causes the premium plastic tilts to have more glide. And more glide, when you're talking about a tilt, means more overstability when it's upside down. Because as I say to everybody, a tilt flies right side up the way a normal disc flies upside down, and upside down the way a normal disc flies right side up. So if it has more glide upside down, that means it's just gonna, I don't know, it's just gonna be different. Basically, the way I see it, the Exos I can get to go dead straight, so the Neos require a lot of ante. But the thing is about an anhyzer, typically you're taught to lean with it, but leaning can only get you so far. But with a tilt, you have to make sure to get like the nose down, because as soon as you get the nose up, this is the reason I couldn't do it at first when they came out, was I couldn't get the nose down on the upside down release. So what I do is I actually just do my normal throw, but then I actually just do a little bit of wrist, because it's a different throw. It's not like a normal backhand where wrist angle is not supposed to do anything. It's a completely different throw. So I actually just kind of drive it over and down. And now this is a nice downhill. I'm gonna hopefully set my tilt distance record, but wish me luck. So that one hyzer's right at like 250. but it doesn't go that much farther. And the reason I throw it on that upshot on 12 is because every single hyzer does the skip, bounce, and then roll typically, where the tilt will just hit upside down, and the weight around the rim, for some reason, it doesn't kick up and get on edge. It kind of slides in. And when I parked it, it was still sitting upside down under the basket. It's kind of a crazy thing to use in a tournament, and I'm glad that I did it successfully. And I don't recommend it to anybody, but give it a try just for some fun. All right, so as a home course owner, have you ever, because I know I have you ever played around, just been walking through, and then just walk up on the fairway and be like, oh, I didn't throw blue. And you pick it up and you're like, wait a second, I left this here last time. But you had no idea that it was even gone?
Actually, I have an issue with like OCD issue where if I drop or do something, I have to go back and get it.
Okay.
So I actually keep tabs on like.
So I do too. I am the last person out of my friends that's going to be like, oh guys, I left one, and not know where it is. Like, even especially if I realize it's gone, I probably know exactly the last time I threw it.
Yep.
But like, I don't know, sometimes it's just like a practice round and I'm trying out a couple new discs and I just be like, I don't even remember throwing this thing. But
or if you got a buddy that you're letting borrow a disc,
true,
and he ends up being over there, yeah, it's
cool.
like, oh yeah,
and
thanks, guy.
and anybody's allowed to find this course and play as long as they contact you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you guys want to come play this course, look it up on UDisc, Altstat Acres.
Yep.
And contact Aaron. It's a good play. D-Line MD, Sky Annie. That's how you finish with a birdie. That's how you finish with an ace.
Oh, too high.
Parked. For all my MD lovers. Birdie. It's not always about how good you shoot, because I had a great time. And, you know, I didn't know where I was going, and I was throwing fun lines that I wouldn't normally throw in a tournament. But that's what you got to do sometimes to balance it out, because I play so much stressful golf, if you want to call it that, tournament golf, that when it's time to play non-stressful golf, you throw non-stressful shots. And that's just kind of how it rolls. But that is a wrap for the course and the video. Shout out to Aaron, tour guide, designer, builder, always improving. But I'd just like to give a quick shout out to my subscribers on here, because I'm not sure, but I know I mentioned my course before, RYDER Ridge. I want you guys to check out Noah Cronin, my buddy. His channel is called Daily Disc Golf. It's the only real professional like coverage of my course, and we filmed it back in 2020. But if you guys want to check that out, I'll put the link down in the description. But this video, like I said, I don't know when I'm going to upload it. I just finished Idlewild and we got D-Glow coming up in like 3 weeks. But I always forget to mention that Patreon actually gets to see my YouTube videos first. I get early access, and the link is also in the description for Patreon. I've never mentioned that on here. I don't do much because I don't want people to expect too much, but I upload my YouTube videos a day early. If that's something that interests you, it's only $5, I think. All right, as always, thank you for watching. This is Altstat Acres. This is my third course in Indiana. And next weekend is the Twin Town Throwdown. And I've got some more YouTube things planned. So like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.